And now, an irregular tale entitled My Origin Story. Once upon a time, in eastern North Carolina, a couple wanted to bring a child into the world. Unfortunately, their doctor informed them that they could not have children, and so they sought out alternatives. Meanwhile, in another part of North Carolina, another young couple learned that they would, in fact, soon have their own little bundle of joy.
Ah, jeez.
However, they were college students and determined that they could not, at that particular stage in their life, properly care for a young child. So they too sought out alternatives. And let me tell you, I'm very glad they picked that option, because the other alternative, not so good for me. And thus the call was made. Dr. and Mrs. Red, we have a child for you. A few months later, I finally arrived to meet my new family. And from the very beginning, I learned that I do not make the best first impressions. My mother, upon meeting me, picked me up, having just been fed a bottle, and being mildly lactose intolerant as a babe, and I booted all down the back of her blouse. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and not to be outdone, upon first meeting my maternal grandfather, I pooped in his lap. Interesting side note to this story, about 7 months later, my sister was born. Well done, doctor. Well done. What is going on, regulars? What is going on, regulars? Today's video is actually a response to Wheezy Waiter, who in one of his videos this past week asked for origin stories. So I figured I would share this little tale with you, which is a part of my origin. A lot of you already knew that I was adopted if you've watched any of my Project for Awesome videos. If not, tastes like orange. So you guys get an interesting little take on my adoption story, because that's the part that I always seem to find interesting. I mean, you know, even though I upchucked on my mom upon first meeting her, she still wanted to keep me. And that's a classic lady right there. Mom, I love you. So, there you have it. I hope you're all well, and I will see you next week.